Hello, my lovely, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Priestess Peaches, aka Jackie Lane from yourpeachylife.com. I empower ambitious and successful women in long-term relationships to operate in their empowered feminine energy so that they can have the love, pleasure, sex, and money that they have always wanted. That was such a big mouthful. That was a big breath as well. I don't think I had really inhaled enough when I started saying that sentence. Yeah, so anyway, I wanted to speak about your feminine energy in the bedroom and how to bring in Shakti, how to honor Shakti within the bedroom. One of the biggest issues in the world is there is an imbalance of the energies within the sexual space. Most people only really operate in their masculine energy within the sexual space. So during sexual play, it's very much goal orientated, it's very linear, it's very focused on an end result, and it is therefore often faster, more friction based, it's hot, and so this is all masculine energy. Masculine energy is fire, masculine energy is goal orientated and linear, masculine energy is agenda focused, right? And often when a woman has been operating in masculine energy during sex for a long period of time, especially with a particular person, the same person over and over again, she can start to shut down sexually. So if you're a woman in a long-term relationship and your libido has dropped, maybe you experience pain during intercourse, maybe you have female reproductive issues, and things keep coming up to kind of stop you from having sex or enjoying sex. Maybe there is limited pleasure during sex. Maybe you struggle with orgasm. Maybe you struggle to experience expansive orgasm. Maybe you've never experienced orgasm. There are reasons why this is happening. There are reasons why maybe you don't desire sex with your man anymore. Maybe you feel turned off, maybe you dread it, maybe it feels like an obligation or a chore, or maybe you do enjoy sex and you enjoy that sexual play with your partner, but you know that there's more to it and you're just not experiencing that deeper connection and more expansive, fulfilling experiences with him. There are reasons this is happening, and the number one reason that I come across within relationship dynamics is that there's too much masculine sexual energy being expressed in the bedroom. So what you need to do is learn how to embody your feminine energy during lovemaking. Learn how to bring feminine energy into the sexual dynamic. Learn how to inspire your man to want to please your feminine energy. So a lot of the time, men have been conditioned, especially through porn and the media, to objectify women and to be selfish lovers. Some who are not selfish lovers, they're still in that's like the wounded masculine. But the ones who are not selfish lovers, they are often still in their masculine energy, and they assume that women like it a certain way because that's what they've been shown on TV and in porn. That's what they've learned. They've seen that these women screaming in ecstasy from this pounding, fast, friction-based type sex. And I'm not saying don't do that ever, because that's great, and sometimes your body is going to want that. But it's likely that if you're struggling to want sex, or you're feeling disheartened about sex in your relationship or sex with your man, and you're feeling turned off, or you're experiencing limited pleasure or not the expansive experiences you want, it's likely that you have had too much of that, too much of the masculine energy, and it's been a means to an end, and it's become monotonous, and there have been habitual pathways to pleasure, habitual pathways to the end goal, and it becomes kind of boring for a woman. Whereas for a man, that's his natural flow of energy, and so he doesn't get tired of that. And because of the way that these energies flow, it manifests in our physical form, and our genitals, and the way that our arousal works. So the way that a woman's arousal works is completely different to a man's arousal. Generally, I'm just saying generally here. More often than not, a woman's process of arousal and process and journey to being fully engorged, which means fully ignited, fully turned on, fully relaxed and receptive, it looks very, very different to a man's process, to him being fully aroused, fully engorged, fully open, ready. Okay? And so because of that, and because people don't understand the differences, and women don't understand how to honor themselves, they haven't learned that. Don't expect your man to know. He's not going to know this if you don't know this. And if you don't even know yourself yet, don't expect him to know yet. But just know that it starts with you. And when you start honoring your feminine energy, your Shakti energy, and when you start knowing how to bring that into the bedroom, into the sexual dynamic, without emasculating him, without causing him to lose his sexual confidence, okay, then you will be able to shift the dynamic in the bedroom and actually start experiencing those expansive orgasmic experiences, those more spiritual and heart-connected experiences. You'll be able to sustain lovemaking for long periods of time, and that will feel good to you. That will feel like pleasure building on pleasure, building on pleasure, like so much pleasure that you don't know what to do with yourself, because it's just like from the first touch you are receptive and open, and it just grows and grows and expands and for hours and hours. And it doesn't get boring because you have opened up your pleasure pathways, and you can actually learn how to shift out of those habitual pathways to orgasm into new pathways to different kinds of orgasm, different types of pleasure. You can actually activate your whole body, and your whole body can start being receptive to touch in new ways, like you open up your sensuality. That all happens when you are inclusive of feminine energy. When you understand your empowered feminine energy, your Shakti sexual energy, and how to bring that into the bedroom. And these are things that I teach in my signature program, Rising in Love, Pleasure, Sex and Money. This program is for ambitious women in long-term relationships. And if this is something that you are seeking support with, that you know that it's inevitable for you to shift in your life, like if you're at that point in your relationship where you know that it is time to address this, it is time to learn this stuff so that you can have the love life you really want with your man, then get in touch with me. I will leave the link in the description box below so you can apply for Rising in Love, Pleasure, Sex and Money. I also have a e-guidance book called Women's Sex Secrets 101. It's £5.55. I'll leave the link below for that. If you're at a point where you just want to journey on your own and reawaken your yoni and your sexual self by yourself, I have an online course called Reawaken Your Yoni, and it's a 6-week program that takes you through a specific process of awakening your body, your sensuality, healing your blocks to bliss, healing yourself sexually, and then opening up and igniting and expanding your pleasure. So that's a whole journey in and of itself. That's just an online course. I'm not offering that as a one-to-one thing or a group thing at the moment. But yeah, if any of this is activating something within you, if you're feeling that calling, then do get in touch with me, and I would love to hear from you. So have an amazing day. Remember to keep it juicy, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.